getting ready to do this floor pan, and I thought I'd show you a couple things first. First of all, I don't know if you can see all those wrinkles right there on the side, right here. They don't belong there. That's pretty bad. And you got to remember, they make tens of thousands of these on a single die, probably millions. And stuff happens and they just keep on stamping them. So I'm going to hammer and dolly some of this. It's not going to be perfect, but it's still better than a rusted out floor. Second of all, I'm going to get this prepared to weld in, and you'll see I've got some silver spots. Now I put those in there. You can see them real close. That's where I'm going to punch it so that I can put a spot weld through there to weld that closed. And basically, that's how you're going to weld it in. These spots, you're going to knock them out with a hole. People drill them. I use a punch. I'm going to show you how I do that. Give you a heads up. That takes air, and that means my air compressor is going to kick on. So it's going to get loud, like always. But I'm going to show you that. Okay, here's the tool I use. It's a flange and punch tool. It will flange metal so you can put one over the top of the other and they're evened up so you don't have a high or low spot. And then there's the punch side, and it'll put a little hole in there so I can put a spot weld. And I'll show you how that works. Start down here at the bottom. Right there, you see, it just makes a nice little round hole so you can put a spot weld in there. And can't pick one of these up. This is what they are. It's just where it knocks a little piece of metal out, round circle. And that's how that works. But I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these. Just give you a quick demonstration of how that works and how I weld these in. Okay, on getting this ready, you had seen earlier I had marked my frame rail with this silver marker. So I know that's the outside of my frame rail. Drill a series of holes so that you can go ahead and plug weld it to the frame. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in a 1/2 inch and make those holes. And you can't use this punch tool for the simple fact you can't get that punch tool this far in. I really have no way. The only way I know to do it is take a drill bit and drill these holes all the way through there. So that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, got all those holes made. You can see all that. The metal screws. The other side, it's going to look like that. You can see all them holes. So now what I'm going to do is go get a little disc, and this is all going to be burred. Plus, you want to clean off this E-coating, because you want it clean as you can get so you can weld that. So for right now, I'm going to go grab a tool and start knocking these down. I better go do that right now before I forget. Let's check it out. You can see my silver marks from earlier. I've got my holes drilled. I'm going to start burning this in. You can see I've got a whole lot of pairs of pliers holding stuff on. Lots of welding clamps. So yep, let's get this lowered and start welding in. There's all them holes. So I got to weld every one of them closed. You see I put a patch right here. It's not finished off yet, but it was rusty right there, and there's no sense replacing this whole wheel well for that little spot, so just went ahead and did that. Yeah, let me burn this in. Measures out good, the distance, the opening's exactly the same, so here we go. Well, here's my welds. Like I keep saying, they look like chicken shit. But all I gotta do is grind them down. So here I go grinding. Okay, made it to this point. The floor's in. I'm not real happy with it. It was kind of bent up when I got it, and I probably should have returned it, but I've been hanging on to it for months because I ordered a lot of stuff way ahead. So I put it in there, but it definitely is not like something I would have put into a 100-point show car. Yeah, I'm going to live with it because I know there's a spare tire that can go in here, or maybe even a trunk mat. But here it is. Rear trunk brace is in. Frame rails are both in. Trunk floor and drop-offs are both in. The back trunk brackets are all in, welded in. It's all looking pretty good. I roughed in this one piece. It's roughed in and in. Kind of beat up pretty bad. On the other side, same thing. Although it's not beat up as bad as the other side. Yeah, we'll get that dialed in. Like I say, it's not finished work, just roughed in. So I'm thinking my next move, since I'm at this point, I think I'm going to tackle this tail panel because there's some issues with it. You can see bubbling. There's a little spot there, and I can see Bondo. And I already knew there was Bondo on the back side. So I may have to address that real quick here. I don't know what I'm going to run into down here, if anything. On this side, same thing. There's an issue right here. It looks like I can take out this top piece maybe, fix the bottom, and put this top piece, remake it, put it back in. I already seen, I ground a little. I can see pinholes, so I'm probably going to have to cut out this little piece and replace it. But yeah, I think I'm going to tackle this tail panel next and see what I can get done with it. So that's where I'm planning to go. Okay, working on this tail panel. I got the paint stripped off from it. You can see a lot of braze. But this looks a little soft. That definitely has holes. So I'm going to have to work on that a little bit. I think there might be something up there. But other than that, down here, see a little soft. I'm pretty sure there's a hole through one of these, a slight one. So I'm going to have to work on that. But Yeah. Still got to strip the inside of it. But up here on the top, which was my big concern, I've already cut a little piece of that metal away. It looks like I'm going to have to go a lot further back. I can't feel that rust underneath, but again, braze. So there's two layers here. One layer is the tail panel, and then the top one is the corner. But the rest of it looks really good, except until you get over here. It's just like the other side. See a hole. So I have to cut this back. More braze. Work on that. But that's where I'm at. I said I want to get this tail panel done. That was my next project, so start whittling away at this little by little. But it's nice to know it's not rotted and filled with body filler. I thought for sure it was going to be. It's always a good sign when you don't find a whole lot of body filler, especially the way the people are putting this one together. You know, fiberglass along with Bondo on top of it, that'll hold it. So, moving on. Okay, as I'm waiting to finish the tail panel, I have some things coming for it. Some, what do you call them? Paint stripping disc. So I'm waiting for those to come. I'm going to go down to this wheel well, this outer wheel well. My plan is just to cut that black line and take this piece out. Like I keep saying, I'm going to do it slowly and just sneak up on everything because I don't want to cut too much of something out and regret it later. But for right now, that's my plan. I'm just going to go ahead and cut this section out, get it out of the way so I can see what's going on with that outer wheel well. So let me go get some tools. I need to get some safety glasses and gloves. Alright, there we go. Yeah, that's the way to do that. Okay, I'm looking at this wheel well. This looks like I could drill these spot welds out, but I can't weld to the black flange because of this brace. So I don't think I'm going to remove it. I think I'm just going to have to replace a partial wheel well here. I know that kind of sucks, but like I say, you're not going to be able to get back here to weld that anyway. Put this in the way. Now I can make it up to about here, and over here, you got all that distance that's not going to be welded. So I don't think that would be smart. So what I think I'm going to do is just trim this out, trim it over, trim it up here, trim it back over and back down. I'm just going to cut a little way at a time. So I'm just going to cut a hunk out here, piece there, and then I'll go from there. You know, if it's more feasible to remove a whole thing, I will, but I can't see me doing it and not being able to weld back there. So let me get a saw and let's start cutting. Good start. Okay, I'm testing
Now,
it. This hole lines up. It's really good right here in the back. Not bad up here, but I still have to trim it because, like I said, I just can't weld behind here, so I'm going to piece this in. I know some of you are going to think that's wrong, but once again, backyard. My car, my way. I'm going to trim this up, get it to fit better, and then we'll go to the next step after that. 14 clamps, but man, it's where it's supposed to be. Everything lines up like it's supposed to. Yeah, I did have to notch around this. It's just, I just couldn't see taking this out, fighting with all that. Now I gotta do is take all these clamps off after I mark it, grind all the surface rust down to get down to some good metal, grind this E-coating off, So I got something to weld to and weld this, put it all back in, clamp it all back in, and start welding. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that fits. I hope the quarter fits on there just as nice. I tried the wheel well on the quarter by itself and it fit the arch, which was amazing. At first I didn't think it was going to, but about 3 clamps and it just went right up against it. So hopefully that'll work out for me. Wow, I got a lot done in this video you're watching right now. Frame rails, trunk, tail panel, working on the wheel well. I'm really moving along here, pretty good pace. This fit really nice. I really didn't expect it to. Like I say, I put it on the quarter panel and the arch was the same. So hopefully with clamping it here and getting it welded in, the arch is still the same when I go to put the quarter panel on. Like I say, I'm pretty happy with my progress so far. Yeah, the quarter panel will have to go on after I put the door back on because I need to use the door to line the quarter panel up. So that might put me behind a little bit, but I have to go dig the door out. I want to get that door emptied, get the glass out of it, all the mechanisms, make it lighter to get it on here and get it set. But so far, progress, my friends, progress. If you've enjoyed my videos or just like making fun of the way I do things, that's cool with me. Please like, share, subscribe. Later.